She never fears the tiger because there seems to be the freedom to unfold. Being how do we candidate Congressman John Kitover, ladies and gentlemen, this is candidate. Welcome. There was something formless and perfect. Okay, this is candidate Congressman John. We're reading the best enlightenment quotes and passages to awaken the Buddha within. This is your ASMR Buddha enlightenment quotes to awaken the Buddha within. Enlightenment is finding that there is nothing to find. Enlightenment is to come to know that there is nowhere to go. Enlightenment is the understanding that this is all, that this is perfect, that this is it. Enlightenment is not an achievement, it is an understanding. That there is nothing to achieve, nowhere to go. You are already there. You have never been away. You cannot be away from there. God has never been missed. Maybe you have forgotten. That's all. Maybe you have fallen asleep. That's all. Om. In the process of burning out these confusions, we discover enlightenment. If the process were otherwise, the awakened state of mind would be a product dependent upon cause and effect, and therefore liable to dissolution. Anything which is created must sooner or later die. If enlightenment were created in such a way, there would always be a possibility of ego reasserting itself, causing a return to the confused state. Enlightenment is permanent because we have not produced it, we have merely discovered it. Om. All the Buddhas of all the ages have been telling you a very simple fact. Be, don't try to become. Within these two words, be and becoming, your whole life is contained. Being is enlightenment, becoming is ignorance. Om. Enlightenment appears to come in stages, but in truth, it happens all at once when it happens. Awakening happens suddenly, like when you turn on a light bulb in the darkness immediately disappears. When you turn on your own light, Maya, ignorance, disappears. You are home. Happens when you don't want it to happen. As long as you want it to happen, there is somebody who wants it to happen. That somebody has to disappear. The person that wants it to happen is keeping you back. That is the personal I. Silence is the best way to wake up. Shh. Enlightenment is not something you achieve. It is the absence of something. All your life you have been going forward after something, pursuing some goal. Enlightenment is dropping all that. Enlightenment is finding the there is nothing to find. Enlightenment is to come to know there's nowhere to go. Enlightenment is the understanding that this is all, that this is perfect, that this is it. Enlightenment is not an achievement, it is an understanding. That there is nothing to achieve, nowhere to go. You are already there. You have never been away. You cannot be away from there. God has never been missed. Maybe you have forgotten. That's all. Maybe you have fallen asleep. That's all. In the process of burning out these confusions, we discover enlightenment. If the process were otherwise, the awakened state of mind would be a product dependent upon cause and effect, and therefore liable to dissolution. Anything which is created must sooner or later die. If enlightenment were created in such a way, there would always be a possibility of ego reasserting itself, causing a return to the confused state. Enlightenment is permanent because we have not produced it. We have merely discovered it. All the Buddhas of all the ages have been telling you a very simple fact. This is your ASMR Buddha enlightenment wants to awaken the Buddha within. Enlightenment is finding that there is nothing to find. Enlightenment is to come to know that there is nowhere to go. Enlightenment is the understanding that this is all, that this is perfect, that this is it. Enlightenment is not an achievement. It is an understanding that there is nothing to achieve, nowhere to go. You are already there. You have never been away. You cannot be away from there. God has never been missed. Maybe you have forgotten. That's all. Maybe you have fallen asleep. That's all. process of burning out these confusions, we discover enlightenment. If the process were otherwise, the awakened state of mind would be a product dependent upon cause and effect, and therefore liable to dissolution. Anything which is created must sooner or later die. If enlightenment were created in such a way, there would always be a possibility of ego reasserting itself, causing a return to the confused state. Enlightenment is permanent because we have not produced it, we have merely discovered it. All the Buddhas of all the ages have been telling you a very simple fact. Be, don't try to become. Within these two words, be and becoming, your whole life. Someone will come from great homes. Good job for This is your ASMR Buddha enlightenment words to awaken the Buddha within. Enlightenment is finding that there is nothing to find. Enlightenment is to come to know that there is nowhere to go. Enlightenment is the understanding that this is all, that this is perfect, that this is it. Enlightenment is not an achievement, it is an understanding. And there is nothing to achieve, nowhere to go. You are already there. You have never been away. You cannot be away from there. How do we keep our balance? Candidate Congressman John Kitover. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Candidate. Welcome to the This is Candidate Congressman. This is Candidate John Kitover. We're Okay, this is a little more meditation for you. Hope you enjoy. Awareness is all there is. You are awareness itself, not somebody who is aware. Enlightenment is rather simple. It's really nothing more than remembering something forgotten. It is nothing more or other than the realization of the true nature of reality. Liberation is the spontaneous cognition and remembrance that separation and individuality are both illusory. Enlightenment knows the mind is an object in awareness, an appearance on the screen of the changeless reality you are. Enlightenment is the absence of any separate individual entity we call a person. Therefore, no one becomes enlightened. If anyone proclaims to be enlightened, simply nod your head and walk the other way. Enlightenment is total emptiness of mind. There is nothing you can do to get it. Any effort you make can only be an obstruction to it. I'm simply saying that there is a way to be sane. I'm saying that you can get rid of all this insanity created by the past in you just by being a simple witness of your thought processes. It is simply sitting silently, witnessing the thoughts passing before you. Just witnessing, not interfering, not even judging, because the moment you judge, you have lost the pure witness. The moment you say this is good, this is bad, you have already jumped onto the thought process. It takes a little time to create a gap between the witness and the mind. Once the gap is there, You are in for a great surprise, that you are not the mind, that you are the witness, a watcher. And this process of watching is the very alchemy of real religion, because as you become more and more deeply rooted in witnessing, thoughts start disappearing. You are, but the mind is utterly empty. That's the moment of enlightenment. That is the moment that you become, for the first time, an unconditioned, sane, really free human being. Om. Enlightenment is a destructive process. It has nothing to do with becoming better or being happier. Enlightenment is the crumbling away of untruth, seen through the facade of pretense. It's the complete eradication of everything we imagine to be true. Enlightenment is rather simple. Enlightenment is the sudden realization that not duality, is the reality of our experience. Consciousness is not private and personal, but universal and impersonal eternally. Enlightenment is like the moon reflected on the water. The moon does not get wet, nor is the water broken. Although its light is wide and great, the moon is reflected even in a puddle an inch wide. The whole moon and the entire sky are reflected in dewdrops on the grass, or even in one drop of water. Enlightenment does not divide you, just as the moon does not break the water. You cannot hinder enlightenment, just as a drop of water does not hinder the moon in the sky. The depth of the drop is the height of the moon. Each reflection, however long or short its duration, manifests the vastness of the dewdrop and realizes the limitlessness of the moonlight in the sky. We assume we will awaken to something else, something bigger and more grand. But really, it is awakening to yourself, to what is here, has always been here. That is the startling, refreshing, wonderful good news. Do not think that enlightenment is going to make you special. It's not. If you feel special in any way, then enlightenment has not. Awareness is all there is. You are awareness itself. very simple. It's really nothing more than remembering something forgotten. It is nothing more or other than the realization of the true nature of reality. Liberation is the spontaneous cognition and remembrance that separation and individuality are both illusory. Enlightenment knows the mind is an object in awareness, an appearance on the screen of the changeless reality you are. Enlightenment is the absence of any separate individual entity we call a person. Therefore, no one becomes enlightened. If anyone proclaims to be enlightened, simply nod your head and walk the other way. Enlightenment is total emptiness of mind. There is nothing you can do to get it. Any effort you make can only be an obstruction to it. I am simply saying that there is a way to be sane. I'm saying that you can get rid of all this insanity created by the past in you just by being a simple witness of your thought processes. It is simply sitting silently, witnessing the thoughts passing before you. Just witnessing, not interfering, not even judging, because the moment you judge, you've lost the pure witness. The moment you say this is good, this is bad, you have already jumped onto the thought process. It takes a little time to create a gap between the witness and the mind. Once the gap is there, you are in for a great surprise. That you are not the mind, that you are the witness, the watcher. And this process of watching is the very alchemy of real religion. Because as you become more and more deeply rooted in witnessing, thoughts start disappearing. You are, but the mind is utterly empty. That's the moment of enlightenment. That is the moment that you become for the first time an unconditioned, sane, really free human being. Enlightenment is a destructive process. It has nothing to do with becoming better or being happier. Enlightenment is the crumbling away of untruth. Seeing through the facade of pretense, it's the complete eradication of everything we... Creating a YouTube videos. Ladies and gentlemen, this is candidate Congressman John Kitover walking in Jefferson Park with 1,107 signatures, or 100 and... Hit that like button, subscribe, leave me a comment. Tell me how you're feeling. Awareness is all there is. You are awareness itself, not somebody who is aware. Damn, Rich, I hear you talk. I'm recording that other room, and I just like pop in to see who's talking, bro. You got a lot to say, dude. It's time for a break. Rest your mind. You're in a safe space here. Talking all the time. Got that big mouth just chirping.
I mean, it's so big idea, like. What a cult are you starting out, John? Eventually you're gonna run out of breath. I doubt you're a trained percussionist.
What do you mean I can whistle sucking in? I don't just have to whistle blowing out.
No, eventually you'll get tired.
Sounds to me like you're projecting there.
I doubt you grew up playing a clarinet or a flute, you know, the same.
You think I didn't play a flute growing up?
I didn't
it's a flute. It's a flute.
No, it is. Why'd you change your whole camera setup?
This is a wind flute.
No. Oh, you ever see the South Americans use?
Like this? This is your Chinese flute ASMR experience with candidate Congressman John Kitover running in the 16th district to defeat unseen Darren Hood.
Tom, did you get your signature somewhere?
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover playing the Chinese flute to unseat and defeat the rhino, the COVID-19 vaccine liar, fraud, and murderer, Darren the Hood of the 16th District. Go Pfizer, go Moderna, go J&J. They've given them millions. Let's get rid of them. Stop borrowing, stop spending, stop taxing. one lesson.
Did you get your signatures or not?
Yeah, we just got it notarized today.
All those poor people.
Those poor people? What do you mean?
All those poor people giving out their private information. I just feel bad because I'm not going to do it, but I know there's going to be plenty of people that are going to go and sift through those names.
It's a challenge, bro. It's a challenge.
I didn't see what you were doing.
You know what's funny is all the other candidates post photos of themselves with the petitions. But I actually, flick through the whole thing page by page. I mean, that's the way my campaign runs it.
No, I'm talking about the campaign donations. Because if you donate just one penny, it becomes public record.
No. If it's over 5,000, it becomes public.
No. You should just go on and look up for the donation laws in Illinois. If you get enough votes to actually be put on as a candidate, they have to become disclosed as public information. There's no threshold. So just one penny of a donation. Anybody was like, I'm going to get John Kitover and I'm going to go on there. I have to put my real legal name where it's fucking campaign fraud. And if they put their real legal given name and then they donated 2 cents to be a smartass, they just didn't dox themselves.
Yeah, I don't think people really care that, Rich. I think you think it's a big deal, but a lot of people are still.
Yeah, but how many of the Muzzies do you think went and donated like a penny just to be a smartass?
Nobody did. What are you talking about?
We'll find out.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, it's all the data is with Antidote, and as far as I know, Antidote or myself isn't uploading, downloading, or transferring any.
You have to.
Yeah,
you have to disclose.
I know, Rich. I love just the random guy on a social audio chat app who says you have to. But you know what, Rich? I mean, post a link. Let me see what you're saying, because yeah, send it to me.
I was thinking about it when you guys were doing it in Roger Mayhem rooms, and I was like, I wonder what the law is on like donation for campaign finance. Like, if you how much? What's the threshold you have to donate?
It's
$5.
No, dude, you're not listening. $5,000. That's the threshold.
I'll look up the Illinois campaign finance law super quick.
You're so excited over this, and it's like you think I haven't already discussed this, looked this up, gone through the registration for Antidote. Like, I've gone through the whole thing, dude, and I gotta tell you, what you're telling me is nothing I've ever read or seen, let alone the FTC website. And everything I've seen, I don't know where you're getting this from, but, have fun with it. Post a link or text me something.
So when's the election?
March 17, 2026.
Are you just going to do it just to be a nuisance to him?
Dude, I'm not doing it to be a nuisance. I'm running because, as you know, the country's totally broke, bro. And this guy has been there 10 years. That's $22 trillion in debt he's created. So you think I'm a nuisance? This fucking guy's a nuisance.
No, I'm saying at bare minimum, you could just be a nuisance to him, which is a net benefit.
Yeah, dude, this is how politics works, because I might have Democrats come out and vote for me to get him off the fucking ballot. It could be a major problem for him. He's got to be like a little nervous that something's going to happen if I get on the ballot and Democrats switch their vote to me and drive him off the ballot. That's a real possible outcome. And all these petitions I have, I'm just like, these things are no joke. Like, it's 117 pages of petitions. To challenge all that could take 2 days, and it's going to cost him a lot of money unless he does it himself. And he's not going to do it himself. Hi, Jane.
Well, I hope you stir the pot.
I have already stirred the pot. You have no idea how much I've stirred the pot already, bro. We have people. I mean, my Instagram account has 32,000 views on it. Because people are talking. I mean, I'm causing some chaos for Darren LaHood and the Illinois GOP. And Jane here helped fund some.
Are you not worried about Adams voting for Darren LaHood? You know, it sounds like he's really behind you.
Dude, I have blocked Adams at every single opportunity I have. If I see his account just randomly, I go the extra step, and I block his Malcolm Gladwell, whatever the fuck that one account is as well. I block both his accounts. I want to have not. I don't want to be within 100 miles of that fucking guy.
That's anti-Semitic of you.
Yeah, right. Okay. Hi, Jane. Today was a big day. Bernadette notarized 117 petitions today.
Great. Good. What's up, Rich? Hey, John. Quick question. Are you in favor of taking away the right to vote for women in America?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you, John?
Of course not. Why would
We said it simultaneously.
Oh, was it two at once? I gotcha. Okay.
Jane, why would anybody make a ridiculous assertion as if that would ever even be possible?
Well, to be fair, it is possible because shit happens, but it is a ridiculous assertion. I do not think that makes a lot of sense to most people, but I heard a few people talking about it like it was great and their wives were fine with it, and I thought, they're not trolling. I think they really believe this. So that's why I figured I'd ask.
But Jane, this is Conhouse where people have every vulgar conversation imaginable for the sake of trying to upset anybody they can upset.
That's the literal core of this whole thing. I agree. All right, well, I just want to know where you stand, John. So thank you.
I love William Jane.
I have a feeling you would not be trying to dial that clock back. They felt like that's when all the problems started in America, when women got the right to vote.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard very long form conversations, and people admit that after enough time, they become misogynistic or anti-woman or anti-feminist conversations. But that's just communication. Eitan, how are you doing down there? We What's new with you, Eitan? How's your brother? Did you ever give him the money?
You have a good memory. Yeah, I'm thinking this is on the internet, We'll have a conversation about mothers or brothers.
I got one.
That was Jane saying, I got one of those. That was like a mantra. Everybody's got one of those in their life. Everybody tries to help somebody who likes to waste money. Oh, McZed is here. McZed, I got a question for you, McZed. Do you think why do you think you're such a big talker? Why do you think you talk so much?
He's autistic and he's Jewish.
We're Jews. What do you mean?
Well, personally, I think it's somewhat genetic. My grandmother was known as a chatterbox. My dad is so I think it's mostly genetic. I think that it's probably somewhat fostered by the way Jews. But I mostly think it's just like how I am. I like acting a certain style that other people do, and people sometimes want to classify that as a kind of a mental disorder because it's out of sync with what they say. No. Like, I don't think everyone that went through my rough life guideline talks the way that I do or as much as I do. I think it's more genetic. I think I've always liked talking a lot. And, judging from my kids, it seems reasonable. Listen, I don't like the racial characterization of all Jews being whatever kind of way. talking about myself and my family. You asked me why I talk too much. I think I'm a chatterbox. I think my grandmother was a chatterbox. I don't think that's a mental disorder, but I do think it could be diagnosed and studied if anyone really cared.
You know, they asked Dershowitz if Jews were considered a visible minority, and he said he didn't know that one, but he knows that they're considered an audible minority.
He knows that they're what?
An audible minority.
Audible, right? Nice.
Yeah, my dad had said to me when I was younger, he's like, I hope you grow up and you have kids just like you. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I had 3 kids exactly like me. I'm like,
And then you realize the curse your parents have laid upon your head.
yeah, my dad trying to talk on the phone and me in the background trying to fucking add to the conversation. He's like, shut up. Like, I'm on the phone, you idiot. I'm like, sorry, you're talking about something. It's interesting.
Well, that's one of the weird, ironic, like gifts and jokes of parenting. It gives you context for who and what you are and what you grew from. Right? You always characterize your own origin, like, oh, I was like this and I was like that. Then suddenly when you're a parent, you're like, no, I completely misunderstood what's happening.
Oh yeah, I tell my parents all the time, I'm sorry for the way I was, because now I have to deal with the same shit.
What about you, John? Why do you talk so much?
Because he's a Jew and he's autistic.
Well, I've been trying to control what I say by reading a lot out loud and putting it on YouTube, and then also not listening to people on this app anymore. Like, I do record still Clubhouse, but I record it downstairs in my yoga room, my stretching room, and I don't have to hear anybody. But these rooms go on all day long. Rich was just in one. That thing must have gone for 8 hours from 8 a.m. all the way up till 2 p.m. So I'm still recording and live streaming it. So I've tried to say less because I don't know. I'm just trying to like use what you might consider intelligent communication and listen to what you might consider intelligent communication. So sounds matter is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's a good question. What do you think intelligent communication is? Is it just communication of intelligent content? Like reading? Is that like intelligent communication?
You need to grow and you need to learn.
You need to grow and learn. I don't know. It's interesting to ask, like, what is good dialogue and what is bad dialogue? And, like, what is the goal, right? You're looking for, like, good, praiseworthy, virtuous communication. Why? To what end do you communicate? I suppose that's partly why you'd worry about the content, right? If you communicate stupidity effectively, you've made the world a worse place.
Yeah, I'm laughing over here. That's very funny.
Oh, you've done it effectively.
Yes. It's the worst thing you can do. Be effective at communicating nonsense.
How do you...
My favorite thing that Nick Zek does is Nick Zek will be engaged in a deep philosophical intellectual conversation, and then he'll go on mute, and then Nick Zek just disappears. And then you find him in another room. You're like, I can see I'm bored with the conversation.
So, Nick Zed, let me ask you this. Have you ever caught yourself talking and then you realized I just need to shut up because that's absolutely, required necessity. There's no other option here. I'm talking for no reason. I mean, have you ever caught yourself talking and then just shut the F up?
No. If I'm talking, it's usually processing a thought. So I'll get to a period.
Got it.
Are you just describing Clubhouse, John?
No, I'm just thinking about there's times where, I've caught myself just like talking for the sake of like having, communication exchange. And then I'm just like, I need to shut up and just shut up. That's it. Done talking. Time to move on to what's next.
I don't know. Why should you shut up? Like, why shouldn't you say what you want to say?
Because I mean, it's not part of the purpose or goal of what I'm trying to achieve in that moment.
How does talking interfere with your goals in life? How does it get in the way?
I think he just did the mix ed. He just got up and he just walked away from the desk.
That's what he was trying to do.
No, that was the unintended comedy, consequence. I mean, Xavier here told me one time, he's like, "Oh, you gotta see this movie. These two go out to a dinner, and the bald guy from Prince."
Are you very far away?
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Just saying, Xavier was like, "Oh, you gotta see this movie with this bald guy from The Princess Bride. They go and have a dinner, and they talk about nothing for like 2 hours. You're gonna love it. It's such a great movie. Oh, it's such a great movie."
It is.
Wow, such a great movie. I do like him in Princess Bride, and what was funny is we used to go to this Jewish delicatessen called the Bagel, and our waiter, who was regularly our waiter, looked just like the bald guy from Princess Bride, and I used to think all the time. I used to think all the time it was him. I knew it wasn't him, but as a kid, I was like, maybe that's him. Oh, my friend is here. Zach, today we notarized 117 petitions to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district. So today was a big day, and Bernadette was our notary. She was our angel today. 117 pages. That wrist had some strength in it.
Congratulations, that's very good.
Yeah, the timing was like perfect. I love it when like things are timed perfectly, there's no like obstructions, especially with like transportation, commute, or time, like, things just boom, 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 you just knock it right out. It's like so satisfying. So I have this really good book here. It's called The Best Enlightenment Quotes and Passages to Awaken the Buddha Within. And it's a whole bunch of quotations somebody gathered. These are the chapters: self-inquiry, presence, thinking, silence, seeking, mystery, freedom, enlightenment, eternal now, non-duality, truth, illusion, fear, love, suffering, death, just this. Somebody said, how do you view God in terms of like infinity or eternity?
I am more skeptical of any concept that invokes infinity than I am of God.
What's the skepticism? What's the
I think infinity is mostly shorthand for stop thinking because it's big.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it has any real meaning.
Well, if it's big, doesn't that also imply like quantum or micro?
I don't know. I'm just saying any use of the concept of infinity is like applying calculus. It's a shorthand for reality that doesn't actually correspond, like you're in the realm of abstraction.
So where do you think that, I mean, you would say that God is an English word, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So, I mean, what does the word mean to you?
God, creator of the universe.
Creator of the universe. So, I mean, what if you break it up and look at it like go and backwards is do? I mean, isn't it action? Isn't life a reality more motion as opposed to non-motion? I mean, there is no such thing as non-motion, no?
What about motion?
It's just something I read somewhere that, you know, reality is motion. I guess that's Newtonian physics.
I don't know if I agree with that. Reality is weird,
Well,
and it's very difficult for us to unpack all of the weirdness.
I mean, I have no children, so like I don't have that anxiety of worrying about their survival. I know that would like push me probably to be more concentrated, focused, and more prioritizations. Yeah. Um, but yeah, maybe not. Who knows? But anyways, how makes that when you put on tefillin, do you consider that meditation?
I don't think of it as meditation, really. It probably has a bit of a meditative effect.
So
Now I think about the parsha inside.
you think about the parsha inside?
Yeah, the box is like, sort of a mezuzah for a body. So there's parchment written in there with different commandments from the Torah. That's why we strap it to the arm. So I think about the verses
Yeah.
that are so important to my ancestors. They came up with an ancient form of amulet technology from leather straps and ancient Hebrew writings.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, I heard it was Greek though, as well. The Greeks
The
did it.
phylacteries?
Yeah.
I don't know. They might have been popular at some point in other places. It's just like a clothing style.
You don't think they used them for like medicine, blood pressure type manipulations, or cauterizing, or like cutting, tightening arteries?
A little bit, but I think that they did get some like medicinal benefits from them. But I think it's more like holistic, like restricting the blood flow, engaging in meditative practice, full body movement. They're just sort of some nice, practical, psychological, holistic benefits from meditation and rapping.
So this is maybe my last question for you is, peace, silence, quietness, safe space. Do you think that when you come on this app and you listen to like a screaming room, like Daniel and other people who are just screaming and fighting and this, I mean, all these years of listening to all these conversations, and talking, but really listening to it, how the fact that you're recording all these conversations by listening to them, basically in your brain, they're there. You can't access them. But if you saw a YouTube video of mine of a conversation from a year ago and you heard yourself speaking, be like, oh yeah, I remember saying that. So it's there.
Not always. Sometimes you don't remember that you said stuff.
But see, I have this, PlayStation 4 and Modern Warfare 4 or whatever, and I've recorded like hundreds of games.
I'm just saying that memory is not the same as recording.
Right. But it's amazing that your brain can confirm it and I guess confirm that it remembers that. I don't know. I guess that's all I'm saying. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, you are absorbing all these other people's anxieties when you listen to them. Do you not think that that's like part of listening to a lot of friction debate on here? Like, it causes
you don't necessarily absorb it, but I grant you, people are expressing anxieties, right? Different people process emotions that are showered upon them differently. Some people empathize, some people reject them, some people feed off of them, So it's just people talking. And again, that's just like groups of people. When you have groups of people, some people are going to be like using social interaction like a vampire. Some are going to be using it like I guess a gift giver, just like handing out benefits. Other people are, it's a dance, just like all of human civilization. So I don't think that the anxieties necessarily affect you. They have an effect on you, but not a uniform effect that would be identifiable for all the people. Also, I wouldn't say that you only hear anxieties here. It's just sort of like a cynical take.
Well, when I listen to what I'm recording, let's say if I were to live stream my YouTube right now and listen to what some other room is saying, from like an overlord third party observer position, from like a non-judgmental agnostic point of view, when I listen in to a lot of conversations, they're it's people wasting their time, not using communication, like it's just not intelligent communication. So I mean
you're judging the way they're spending their time before they die.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I guess what I'm trying to say is I am trying to control what I'm listening to so I can spend more time in intelligent listening mode, listening to intelligent information while I have to listen. I mean, because,
just go to a yeshiva.
Well,
hang out at the back of a shul.
I'm doing
listen to some intelligent conversation.
No, I don't need to listen to intelligent conversation. I'm doing audiobook creation and reading books and listening to myself.
Seems like a narcissistic black hole.
I don't think it is though, because I'm killing two birds with one
Because you're reading a book written by somebody else, so you're also lazy.
Well, I would not see. This is like.
I'm saying don't judge how people spend their few orbits before they go back to the ground.
Well, I would just.
They're processing it.
Well, anyways, I'm just past it. Like, I'm not. I agree with you. Like, but my point is, I still want to record what people are saying, but not listen to it.
He's beyond and evolved and is superior to the rest of the people in this.
I'm not. I just feel like bootlegging this app is a worthwhile endeavor because
probably not.
It's fully automated. Like it costs you nothing to restream. Yeah.
Do you make money off of it?
I'm getting really close on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
John, it doesn't cost you anything to shit your own hand too.
I know, but I have a lot of people that file third party. It's what's called YouTube third party grievance, and then YouTube will take down and delete the video. And the one that I got attacked the most on was the post Charlie Kirk assassination from everybody in the politically correct room with Patty.
Especially why?
Well, you should have heard the joy.
They were happy he was dead.
Yeah, I mean, you should have heard the party they threw. It was wild.
Wow, it's dark.
Yeah, really crazy. Like you got to hear the worst of people. It was terrible. I mean, after that, I felt changed. I was like, I feel like I've recorded everything like you could possibly record, and this was like what's been hiding underneath the iceberg all these years. It was scary. I was like, this is wild. I mean, real toxic communication, like insane. And they got a lot of them pulled down. They can't take them all down because it's like on 20 fucking YouTubes. But I don't even go back and listen to it. I just know that for me, when I was listening to it all, I was enraged.
I hear you. Brought out some weird statements from people.
Yeah. I mean, Halloween, people dressing up as Charlie Kirk with Halloween with blown out necks and white t-shirts of blood, chanting,
I hope they don't do that. That's gruesome.
Yeah, they're chanting on college campuses right now, I shot Charlie Kirk.
Ugh. It's awful.
People are so fucking demented.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is people are just doing it really for the views. So you have this like reciprocal relationship of like creating content to get the dopamine feedback from creating the controversial content, and people mimic each other, clone each other, and it's just this like floating mind virus on the platforms.
Well, it's only people that aren't conscious. The mindless hordes, the zombies, the easily manipulated, the weak minds. Surely we are above such things.
I mean, you've been to Tel Aviv, right?
Not in years.
Oh. Well, I don't know if you're going to listen to the Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson podcast interview where he.
No, I'm not going to care.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to get a lot of views. It would be interesting to hear you pick it apart.
It's the kind of thing my wife says I should make money doing. Just like picking apart random pundits on the internet.
Yeah, you should start by doing an analysis of the Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes. That would propel you into that realm of debate. And
well, that's what you do. You just find the heavy hitters and you comment on it, and then suddenly you're a heavy hitter.
Yeah. I mean, it's so stupid because like the only other place you can end up is like X Spaces on some huge JDS anti-Semite Israel Jew hate room, and they platform you, and you have an intellectual debate with basically neo-Nazi anti-Semite crazy people.
Exactly. Why would I want that? I don't agree with this like modern sensibility of marketing off of publicity. Like no.
Well, I don't know. You could be an important voice in helping young people turn from derangement and hate and racism and bigotry.
I feel like if someone is suffering from derangement and hate and bigotry, they should not be stumbling upon a video of me on the internet. It's not gonna like solve the problem, really.
Well, I don't know. People are going to dedicate years of their lives to having these stupid conversations, and I don't know. I'm just saying that the Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes one would be an interesting thing for you to pick apart. I mean, I haven't listened to it yet, but I saw the table of contents. He claims that Mark Levin is what radicalized him to be I guess, a white supremacist nationalist or something. So it's interesting because Tucker and Candace, they are proposing the grand Jewish conspiracy theory, and that
they sound crazier every day.
Well, see,
that's part of like the trap of anti-Semitism. Like it's fun, and there's so much like juicy stories to make up and play with that it's always so enticing. The haters come out of the woodwork and they just spin new yarns, but the real people never believe them. It's enough to like fuel a quick spark, a quick like burning. You're never going to be able to like fuel a rocket ship. Not with anti-Semitism. It's just too stupid. That's why it always peters out. The Holocaust was the biggest explosion they could pull together.
Yeah, I mean, I just view this as just being content for the most part until you hear of some type of, attack or some type of, something in the news of violence. I mean, otherwise it's all just, in many ways, political posturing, but there's new censorship laws or the algorithm has changed, but anyways, I'm just sick of listening to it and hearing it from people like Pepe and other individuals on this app, and there's a lot of crazy people on X that are, anyways, it's a publishing category content. I'm looking for meditation, peace, and silence. I mean, that's why I've chosen books.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I've on my YouTube for my campaign, I've been reading poetry and philosophy for weeks, dedicating my mornings to reading I basically consider it neurolinguistic programming and doing work in a way, for the constituents, for the voters, for the taxpayers. Because I think if you can improve yourself, you can improve the world. That's the theory. It's the best place to start.
I agree.
But not many people have books, so
That's why the library always gets a one for free video of me on the internet. Well, it's cheaper if I buy a brand and if people don't like the color of course the cheapest one is black. So racist.
I don't know. I'm just saying that the Tucker Carlson Nick Fuentes one would be an interesting thing for you to pick apart. I mean, I haven't listened to it yet, but I saw the table of contents. He claims that Mark Levin is what radicalized him to be I guess, a white supremacist nationalist or something. So it's interesting because Tucker and Candace, they are proposing the grand Jewish conspiracy theory. That
This outfit.
Hey, John, I was going to ask, would you also apply the same logic for watching movies, TV shows, scrolling through Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, any of these type of things as like pointless? Also, like listen to music.
No, I think a lot of it comes down to your aesthetic, your preference, your time in many ways. But there's times where like YouTube, will autoplay something and I immediately want to click off, or if I jump into a clubhouse room, I immediately leave. So people are discerning and choosing what they want to engage in. But I just like my way of educating myself and calling it a meditation, aka like chanting books into YouTube. Call me retarded, but I'm willing to accept this level of retardation.
So I was just thinking about it. I was listening to a song, and it was a George Strait song. And I was like, how many times have I listened to this? I was thinking about what you were saying, and I've probably heard it like 100 times. Like, is it pointless at this point or no?
No, I mean,
Listening to music.
Yeah, that's like the idea of like going into Clubhouse. It's pointless because like 99% of conversations have already been held. They've already been done, and all we're doing is just like regurgitating the same shit over and over again. But my question is, like, what is it? Yeah, I know. But my question is, if it's true, like, isn't it the same logic would apply that by listening to a song by George Strait 100th time, but that just be kind of pointless?
no, because what the song is doing is it's putting you into a brainwave state or a state of meditation or peace or stillness. It's your program that you're running. I'm just saying that you could listen to other songs and it might, modify your program in a way. So that's why I say variety is the spice of life. People who, limit themselves to content or media, they're limiting the way that they can re-express themselves to the world. So it's up to you to want to change your life or consume something new, etc.
I agree.
I saw a video of not Mormons, what are those, Quakers or whatever? Like
Oh, you're talking about like the Amish?
the Amish, dude. I saw how peaceful the Amish were, how polite, respectful, calm, intelligent, sophisticated, well-to-do, even, you might say.
Well, you're a millennial, right?
I'm 42.
Yeah, so you're about, I think you're like right on the threshold, like Zennial or whatever. And the idea is like it was Zennials and Millennials. We grew up in an era where we used to live like fucking Amish Mennonites. Where we didn't have technology, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have all that kind of shit. We just ran around and played outside. And now we're in a generation where everybody just has their phone buried in their face 24/7, including us. And there's like a longing for that old time, that nostalgic. Yeah, there's a lot of millennials that are just moving out into the middle of fucking nowhere and just like canceled their cell phones and just living like Amish and shit. I've considered it. I mean, it's kind of scary to watch my kids. I walk in and my 3-year-old sitting there watching baby videos, and I'm like, this can't be good.
Yeah, eventually you got to keep upgrading the content and the media and the engagement if you want to develop the brain.
Ever since we built the shower in our van, one of the most common questions we get asked is,
Dude, sex sells, man. It's like crazy how much sex is thrown at you on the internet.
Oh my god, dude! There's these people that moved out into like the forest of like Alaska or some shit, and the girl they get like millions of views, and it's just literally a guy and a girl talking about how they're living off grid, and you'll see the same type of video, same type of content, same fucking title and clip and all that shit. But the only difference is that this girl's got this fucking delicious fat ass on her and a small little waist, and she's wearing like Lululemon fucking leggings. And she's just got her fucking full ass in the fucking picture. And it's like, she's got 14 million views on the video. And then there's like some fucking, stereotypical fucking fat, liberal, feminist, hairy armpit bitch, and they got like 12,000 views,
So this whole conversation has also been fed into B Computer, our AI wearable device, and Apple app, now owned by Amazon. So thank you, B Computer, for listening, creating suggestions, opinions, calendar suggestions, to-do list items. We thank you, B Computer, our AI overlord. Please bring us more money soon.
John, when are you gonna move out into the country in the middle of nowhere in Texas? Just buy like a off-grid fucking what do they call it? Log house or some shit. Log cabin.
You see, I don't think you understand. Like, I really like using the internet, so there's a very small chance that I'm gonna like go somewhere where I can't, continue to live stream on 15 different cell phones daily for 8 hours. That might not be possible off grid, bro.
I mean, Starlink.
Starlink it skips, man. It's not like
Well, it depends where you're at. If you're in rural areas, it works phenomenal. But if you're watching, if you're doing it like within a city confines and stuff, it's real glitchy.
Bro, I got AT&T fiber optic cable, man. My data is moving at the speed of light, man. And you know how much fucking data I upload? You know how many terabytes I put up into YouTube? It's insane. And Instagram. I am. I'm virtuosity. I am. The thing is, I'm just John Kitover. Like, it's just the name. That's it. Like, it's all branded to me though. But no one will. It's not like people want to go back and watch what somebody did on fucking internet. Like, people get smart enough. They're like, yeah, there's no reason to watch this. Like, it's my movie. It's my game. It's my life.
What if one of these fucking cucks turns out to be like the next Charlie Kirk shooter? Or becomes like the next big YouTube fucking political pundit.
Dude, it's not gonna happen. Dude, these YouTube channels? The YouTube channels, what's amazing is a lot of these people that have huge YouTube channels, they don't even upload anymore. They just do not upload anymore. So it's possible that they've been demonetized, but yet they still have millions of followers. And it's like some chick in a kitchen in a blouse with huge tits in Colombia cooking, 300 different dishes. Have you ever seen accounts like that?
Yeah.
You know why I think a lot of these accounts get demonetized is because the producers of those films just create multiple accounts and just upload and create and just like keep spamming YouTube with the same video. And then they get banned or something.
Oh my god. Did you hear me tearing down fucking that lunatic libertarian? Or were you sleeping or no?
I didn't listen to it, but I recorded it.
Oh my god, you gotta go back and listen to it. He's sitting there talking about, how he's affecting change and all this kind of shit. And I'm like, you have 4,000 views. I'm like, you have 4,015 views over the course of 15 years. I said, you have 262.666 views per year. I said, John Kitover, Illinois Congressman John Kitover, who has like 30 accounts. I said, he has 114,000 views. This guy literally just fucking records Clubhouse and live streams it in his underwear. I said, he's got 114,000 and you got 4,000 over the course of 15 years. I said, John's fucking account is 2 years old and he's got 114,000 fucking views. He was crashing the fuck out. It was Roger Mayhem's friend, the guy that did the podcast with.
Dude, I saw you come in with his name, whatever his name is. Oh man, I was dying.
Oh yeah. Oh, this picture.
Did that account get clipped?
No.
I always forget his name.
We had 2 accounts clipped ever.
Oh, what was that?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
What was that domain for the SMS number? Text.
Oh, tempnumber.com.
Temp number, yeah, that's it. Isn't there like a dash in it? Temp-numbers.com?
Yeah, it's temp dash. You just put in either one.
Oh,
Yeah, temp-number.com.
dude, that website's fucking is a dope site.
Oh yeah.
You see all kinds of scams that come in. People are using that site for fraud.
There's hundreds of different websites just like that too.
I know.
So they're everywhere. It's like free SMS or receivesms.com. Yeah, so they can never stop it.
Well, I think there's value in recording Clubhouse and putting it on YouTube. The thing is, it's like most people on this app, like the only reason they know that I put them on YouTube is because I posted links in the chat saying, hey, this is your movie on YouTube. But like I could create a different, YouTube. I could create different YouTube accounts where people will have no idea that I'm recording Clubhouse and putting it on YouTube. They'll never see it because the chances of them just randomly coming across it are very small.
Yeah, unless you type in John Kitover, on YouTube, you're never gonna find it.
No, I mean, I was trying to keep it obscure by calling it like Chicago Cheeseburger Podcast, Mean Podcast. It wasn't labeled John Kitover, but once I filed to run for Congress, I was like, there's no reason not to just rebrand everything as John Kitover. But I did turn all the Instagrams private except for John Kitover and John for Congress.
Yeah.
On advice that somebody said, this is just not professional. You can't have girls with fat asses and you with your shirt off listening to people debate on
fans accounts that you have, remember?
Yeah. Well, I didn't have OnlyFans account. I had OnlyFan Vid, which was my, marketing angle, calling it OnlyFan Vid. Because, if you're publishing on the internet, you only want fans.
Yeah.
Let the haters hate.
The haters gonna hate. I guess I'm gonna go jump in some other rooms, go videotape, or go audio record, John.
I'm done. I've done my work already for the day. I got mixed up.
Why'd you change your setup for your cameras? It's like in a living room or something?
Mm-hmm. I'm recording upstairs and downstairs.
Oh, okay. Does it start to get cold up there yet, or no?
It's getting there, yeah. I got the furnace on. I gotta call the gas company and start paying for the gas, though.
Yeah, it's like 50 or 60 here today, but it's supposed to be 0 tomorrow night. It's cold. I love it. I love the cold. I hate the heat.
Well, you got a cold-blooded heart, my friend.
Oh, it's ice.